My dear curious minds, imagine standing with a cosmic looking.
Imagine standing at the edge of existence, peering into a cosmic-looking glass where everything you know is flipped, reversed, and utterly indifferent to your sense of direction. 14 billion years ago, or so the story goes, the universe didn't just explode into being with a polite bang. No, it split like a bad decision at a fork in the road, birthing not one, but two realms. Ours, trudging forward through time like a reluctant commuter, and its mirror twin, where time saunters backward with the nonchalance of someone who knows the punchline before the joke. This isn't some fever dream of a philosopher high on too much Plato. It's rooted in the cold, hard elegance of physics, specifically something called CPT symmetry. Charge, parity, time. Three pillars that the universe ought to respect like a well-mannered guest. Flip the electric charge of every particle, invert space like a funhouse mirror, and reverse the flow of time, and the laws of physics should hum along unchanged. But our universe, that cheeky rebel, doesn't play fair. Time only marches forward here. Matter outnumbers antimatter, and left-handed particles get all the glory, while their right-handed counterparts skulk in the shadows. Enter the mirror universe hypothesis, a cosmic do-over to restore balance. Because why should reality be lopsided when symmetry is so much tidier? Picture the Big Bang not as a starting pistol, but as a Janus point, that two-faced Roman god staring both ways. In 1977, physicists started whispering about this, but it gained traction around 2014 when Julian Barber, Tim Kozlowski, and Flavio Mercati crunched the numbers on a simple model of particles. They simulated 1,000 bits of matter under gravity's pull. No fancy quantum tricks, just Newtonian basics. What emerged? From the chaotic clump at the center, the singularity, two arrows of time shot out in opposite directions. Entropy, that measure of disorder we blame for everything, from spilled coffee to the heat death of the universe, increased in both. In our half, eggs break and stars burn out. In the mirror, from our view, scrambled eggs reassemble and black holes spew forth light like overenthusiastic fountains. Hilarious, isn't it? The universe fixing its own asymmetry by doubling down on the absurdity. Fast forward, or backward, depending on your perspective, to 2018. Latham Boyle and Neil Turok, those intrepid theorists from the Perimeter Institute, took it further. They invoked CPT to explain the universe's early smoothness without invoking inflation, that overblown idea where space ballooned faster than a politician's ego. Their model posits a pre-bang universe, our mirror, where time runs in reverse relative to us. Antiparticles rule there, outnumbering matter just as matter dominates here. And dark matter? That invisible glue holding galaxies together, making up 85% of the cosmos's mass? It could be right-handed, neutrinos, ghostly particles implied by the mirror's existence. No need for exotic inventions. The math just works. Turok smirks at the simplicity. Restore symmetry, and puzzles like dark matter solve themselves. Oh, the irony. Science's biggest headaches cured by imagining a world where cause follows effect, where stars unform, and life, if it exists, remembers the future, but forgets the past. Philosophically, it's a mind-bender worthy of a late-night existential crisis. What does it mean for free will if, in some reflected realm, your choices are predestined in reverse? Imagine beings in that anti-universe, sipping their equivalent of coffee. Anti-coffee? Who knows? Perceiving us as the backward ones. Their history books would chronicle our future as their past. Wars we haven't fought yet are ancient legends to them. Inventions we're dreaming up are relics gathering dust. Socratic dialogues might unfold in reverse. Answers precede questions. Wisdom unravels into ignorance. And entropy, it's the great equalizer. In both universes, disorder reigns supreme, driving the arrow of time. Stephen Hawking once pondered why time flows forward. Perhaps the answer is that it doesn't, not everywhere. It's just our parochial view from this side of the mirror. Skeptics, of course, abound. Where's the evidence? No telescope has spotted this twin. No particle accelerator smashed into its echoes. But anomalies tease us. In 2020, NASA's ANITA experiment in Antarctica detected high-energy particles shooting up from the ice, defying expectations. Some wild speculation linked it to a CPT-symmetric universe, though saner heads chalked it up to glitches or exotic ice physics. Still, the theory persists because it's elegant, falsifiable in principle. Future gravitational wave detectors might catch whispers from the mirror's Big Crunch, or is it their Big Bang? Quantum experiments with time crystals or metamaterials have even demonstrated time reflections, flipping electromagnetic waves as if reversing time on a tiny scale. In 2023, Hadi Musa's team at CUNY made waves literally reverse in a special circuit, proving time mirrors aren't just theoretical fluff. Yet let's inject a dose of sarcasm. Isn't it convenient? The universe, vast and indifferent, hides its secrets behind a veil of symmetry, mocking our hubris. We chase unification theories, string landscapes with 10 dimensions, multiverses bubbling like cosmic soda. And here comes the mirror hypothesis saying, nah, just flip it. It revives echoes of cyclical universes, where big bangs beget big crunches ad infinitum, but with a twist. No cycle, just a paired expansion from a central point. No beginning, no end, just eternal reflection. Poetic, almost religious in its duality, like yin and yang on steroids. Delve deeper, and the implications ripple into biology, consciousness. If time's arrow stems from thermodynamics, could life in the mirror evolve similarly? Anti-humans pondering anti-philosophy, their clocks ticking counterclockwise. Would their art depict decay in reverse? Ruins rebuilding into empires. Their myths might celebrate the heat birth instead of heat death. And us, we're the ghosts in their machine, the what was to their what will be. It challenges causality. In our world, the chicken precedes the egg. There, eggs hatch chickens that unlay themselves. Absurd? Absolutely. But physics thrives on absurdity. Remember quantum entanglement, where particles dance in sync across light years, or black holes, where time dilates to a crawl. Recent musings in 2025 push boundaries further. Popular mechanics highlighted how this anti-universe could account for dark energy, that mysterious force accelerating expansion. If dark matter links to mirror neutrinos, perhaps dark energy is the gravitational tug from the other side, a cosmic sibling rivalry pulling us apart. Neil Turok, ever the optimist, argues it, sidesteps inflation's fine-tuning woes, offering a testable alternative. Experiments at CERN hunt for right-handed neutrinos. If found, the mirror gains credence. Meanwhile, philosophers like David Albert question if this duality resolves the why of existence or just kicks the can down the temporal road. In the end, or the beginning, this hypothesis isn't about proving a parallel playground. It's a reminder that reality might be stranger than our linear minds conceive. We gaze into the cosmic abyss, and it gazes back. But perhaps it's not staring, it's remembering. The mirror universe thinks back, reflecting our every move in exquisite opposition. And in that reflection, we find not answers, but better questions. What if time isn't a river, but a two-way street? What if the Big Bang was less explosion, more duplication? Sarcasm aside, it's humbling. Our grand narrative of progress, from primordial soup to starships, might be just one side of the story. The other side? It's writing itself in reverse, laughing at our forward march. But hey, if time really flows both ways, maybe regrets aren't final. Somewhere, they're unhappening. Comforting thought or cosmic joke? You decide. After all, in the mirror, you've already chosen.